Lunar New Year. Hello everyone. Welcome to our video on the Lunar New Year story. Today, we will learn about the traditions, celebrations, and the importance of family during this vibrant and meaningful holiday. Hello everyone. Today, we will practice listening skills with the Lunar New Year topic. This story tells about the traditions, celebrations, and the importance of family during this special holiday. Now, let's begin our listening and speaking practice. Chapter 1. The Whisper of Spring. The air in the small town was beginning to change. It wasn't quite winter anymore, but spring wasn't quite here yet either. There was a different feeling in the breeze, a light touch that promised new beginnings. This change meant something special for the Lee family. It meant that Lunar New Year was coming soon. In their cozy, little house on a street lined with colorful shops and houses lived the Lee family, Mother and Father Lee, their daughter, May, and her grandmother, Nai. Their home, with its red door and golden decorations, always felt warm and welcoming. But in the weeks before Lunar New Year, it buzzed with extra excitement. May, a bright-eyed girl of 7, loved this time of year. She loved the way the house smelled of oranges and spices, and how everyone seemed a little bit happier. Her days were no longer filled with ordinary schoolwork and playtime. Now, everything was about preparing for the most important festival of the year. The first task was the big cleaning. May, help me with the windows, please, Mother Lee asked, wiping dust from the windowsill. May grabbed a cloth and started to work. She diligently cleaned the glass, watching the world outside grow clearer and brighter with each swipe. "Why do we clean everything so much, Mama?" she asked. Mother Lee smiled. "We clean the house to sweep away any bad luck from the old year. We want to start the new year with a clean home and a fresh start." Nai, who was sitting in a comfortable armchair, added, "Yes, child. It's like making space for all the good things that are coming." Every corner of the house was transformed. Curtains were washed, floors were scrubbed until they shined, and every surface gleamed. May and her father hung up lucky decorations. Paper cutouts, shaped like lanterns and flowers, were pasted on the windows, and banners with hopeful messages were hung on the door frames. They were all red and gold, the most auspicious colors for the new year. "What does auspicious mean, Papa?" May asked, holding up a banner. Her father chuckled. "It means lucky, May. Red and gold bring good fortune and happiness." The most important decorations were the couplets, short poems made in black ink on red paper. They contained words of blessing and good wishes for the coming year. The family also went to the market, which was more bustling than usual with people buying food, decorations, and fireworks. May helped her mother pick out oranges and pomelos. Nai says that these fruits are like symbols of wealth and prosperity. May told her mother. "That's right," Mother Lee said. "They are round and golden, like gold coins." As they walked through the market, May saw many stalls selling beautiful paper lanterns of all shapes and sizes. Some were red, some were gold, some were decorated with intricate drawings. "I love the lanterns, Mama," she said, her eyes wide with wonder. "We'll have lanterns soon," her mother promised. For the Lantern Festival at the end of the holiday, May was learning about the lunar calendar, which is different from the calendar she used for school. The Lunar New Year is not on the same day every year, Father Lee explained one evening. "It depends on the moon." He pointed to a chart on the wall that showed the 12 animal signs of the Chinese zodiac. "Each year is named after an animal," he said. "What animal sign will it be this year?" May asked, her finger tracing the pictures. "This year," Nai said, smiling gently, "it will be the year of the rabbit." "A rabbit!" May exclaimed. She thought of the rabbits she had seen in their garden, hopping gently. "Yes," Nai said. The rabbit is a symbol of peace, gentleness, and long life. The preparations felt like a magical game, a special kind of waiting. May could feel the anticipation building, a happy hum that filled every corner of their little house. She couldn't wait for the new year to finally begin. Chapter 2. Red Envelopes and Reunion. The day before Lunar New Year's Eve, the kitchen was filled with the delicious smell of cooking. Motherly, with Nai's help, was busy preparing a grand feast for the reunion dinner. This was the most important meal of the year, a time for families to come together and celebrate. May, can you help me with the dumplings? Motherly asked, putting a bowl of dough in front of her. May clapped her hands with excitement. She loved making dumplings. Motherly showed her how to roll out the small circles of dough, and then they filled them with a mixture of meat and vegetables. These look like little purses, May said, giggling. They do, her mother agreed, and they will bring us wealth in the new year. They made hundreds of dumplings, with different shapes. Some of the dumplings look like small gold ingots. May exclaimed, I like these. Yes, they do. Her mom smiled approvingly. While they were making dumplings, Nai was busy making spring rolls. She carefully rolled the thin wrappers around a mixture of vegetables and meat. These are light and crispy, like spring itself, she said. The family was preparing many other dishes, each with special meaning. There was fish, which symbolized abundance, and a whole chicken, representing family unity. There was a special kind of sticky rice cake called niangao, which was meant to bring progress and improvement in the new year. May tasted a small piece. It was sweet and chewy. Why do we have so much food, Nai? May asked. It's because we want to have lots to share with our family, Nai replied, and to show that we are thankful for the good things we have. As the afternoon turned into evening, members of the extended family began to arrive. There were aunts, uncles, cousins, and grandparents. The house was filled with laughter and the chatter of joyful greetings. May loved seeing her cousins, and they immediately started playing in the living room, while the grown-ups helped put the final touches on the dinner. When the time came for dinner, the family sat around a large table. The table was full of delicious food. They all said, Happy New Year to each other, and the meal officially began. This is the best dinner of the year, May whispered to her father as she tasted the chicken. It is, he agreed. It is good to be together, right? After the dinner, the most exciting part of the evening arrived. The giving of red envelopes, or hongbao. These were bright red envelopes filled with money. The adults gave them to the children as a symbol of good luck and blessings for the new year. May received several red envelopes from her parents, grandparents, and other relatives. She thanked each of them politely, her face beaming with happiness. It's not just about the money, May, Nai said gently. The red envelope is a symbol of good fortune and blessings. The red envelope is a symbol of good fortune and blessings. I know, Nai, May said, hugging her red envelopes close. I feel very lucky. May could hear the sound of firecrackers in the distance. They are lighting fireworks to welcome the new year, Father Lee explained. It is for scaring away all the bad spirits and bad luck. May felt so happy and loved. She was surrounded by her family, with good food, good wishes, and red envelopes. She knew that it was the start of a brand new year, a year full of hope and possibilities. Chapter 3. The Dragon's Dance. The next morning, the streets of the town vibrated with energy. Lunar New Year's Day had arrived, and the festivities were in full swing. May and her family went out to experience all the excitement. The first thing May noticed when she walked out of the house was the loud sound of firecrackers exploding in the distance. They are loud, she exclaimed, covering her ears with her little hands. Yes, they are, Father Lee said, smiling. The noise is to scare away bad luck and to help us start the year fresh and clean. The air was filled with the smell of gunpowder, and the streets were crowded with people. Everyone was dressed in their finest clothes, mostly in red. The heart of the celebration was in the town square, where a long, colorful dragon was being held up by a group of dancers. "Look, it's a dragon," May shouted excitedly. She had heard about it, but she had never seen it before. It was huge, and it shimmered in the sunlight. The dragon was a long, flexible puppet made of cloth, bamboo, and paper. It was painted in bright colors of red, gold, and green, and it had a big, fierce-looking head with two large eyes. A team of dancers moved under the dragon, making it twist and turn with the rhythm of the drums and cymbals. It was as if the dragon were alive. "The dragon dance is very old," Nai told May. "It is done to bring good luck and prosperity for the new year." May watched the dragon dance with wide eyes. She marveled at how the dancers moved in perfect coordination, making the dragon swoop and sway. The loud and rhythmic music created a lively atmosphere. Many families were watching and dancing with the rhythm of the drums. Everyone was happy and excited. As the dragon danced, some people were also performing the lion dance. The lions also danced to the beat of the drums and were jumping and playing, trying to reach the red envelopes hanging on top of nearby doors. "It's like a party," May shouted, clapping her hands with glee. After the dragon dance, May went with her family to visit relatives and friends to wish them a happy new year. They met many people and had small snacks and tea at various houses and stores. May received more red envelopes from relatives and friends with wishes of good luck. As the sun began to set, May felt a little tired, but happy. The first day of Lunar New Year was full of wonder and excitement. She had seen the dragon dance, met lots of people, and eaten so much good food. She knew that there were still many days of celebration ahead, but today was special. She could feel the magic of the festival all around her. Chapter 4: The Lantern Festival. After the excitement of the first days of Lunar New Year, the atmosphere became calmer and quieter. The focus turned towards the end of the celebrations, the Lantern Festival. It was a time for reflection and hope, a time to release the old and welcome the new. May and her family began to prepare for the special day. They started making lanterns, which was the central part of the festival. The whole family helped to create their lanterns. They used colorful paper, thin bamboo frames, and glue. "What kind of lantern are you making, May?" her father asked, as he worked on his own lantern. "I am making a rabbit," May exclaimed with joy. She was following the instruction from Nai. She had cut out some rabbit shapes from the paper and pasted them on the lantern. Nai was sitting next to May, helping her with the small, delicate work. She was making a beautiful round lantern with a red base and gold patterns on it. "The lantern is a symbol of light and hope," Nai explained to May, carefully guiding her small hands. "It will guide us through the new year." "What will you wish for, Nai?" May asked curiously. Nai smiled. "I will wish for peace, happiness, and good health for our family, and also for everyone in the world." May thought for a moment. "I will wish for a year full of fun and learning," she said. She worked hard on her lantern. She carefully pasted the paper and decorated it with colorful strips of paper and glitter. She wanted her rabbit lantern to be perfect. She knew that this lantern would carry her wishes for the entire year. As the sun started to set, the family went to the town square, carrying their lanterns. The streets were lit with hundreds of lanterns of all colors and shapes. It was a wonderful sight. There were lanterns shaped like animals, flowers, and ancient symbols. The atmosphere was magical. May carefully lit the candle inside her rabbit lantern and watched as her little rabbit glowed and shone. The lantern looked so beautiful and majestic in the dark. She gently lifted it up and held it high. She could see other children doing the same. "It's like a sea of stars," May exclaimed, looking around at the sea of lights. The family walked through the streets, enjoying the calm and reflective mood. They watched as others wrote down their wishes on small pieces of paper and let them fly away attached to the lanterns. There was also a riddle guessing game related to the lanterns. People wrote riddles on the lanterns and others will try to guess the answers. The Lantern Festival marked the end of the Lunar New Year celebrations. It was a day of reflection, a time to let go of the old and look forward to the new. As May walked with her family, she felt a sense of calm and peace. She held her lantern carefully, knowing that her hopes and wishes were shining brightly. She knew that the year ahead would have many new things in store for her, and that it would be a fantastic journey. Chapter 5. The Year of the Rabbit. As the last lantern floated into the night sky, the official celebration of the Lunar New Year came to an end. But the spirit of the new year remained in the hearts of everyone, especially in May's little heart. The next day, the house felt calmer, but still full of warmth. May sat with Nai in the living room, looking at the photographs taken during the celebrations. "I loved the dragon dance, Nai," she said, her eyes twinkling. "It is a very old tradition," Nai said gently. "It's been part of our celebrations for many centuries." "And the lanterns," May added. "They were so beautiful." "Yes, child. Each lantern carries a hope," Nai told her. "We are hopeful for better things in the new year. It is a fresh start." Nai explained to her that every year in the lunar year is named after different animals. Since it was the year of the rabbit, she explained what the rabbit symbolizes and means. The rabbit is gentle, kind, and calm. It represents good luck, kindness, and longevity. The people born in the years of the rabbit are often friendly. Like you? Nai smiled affectionately. May began to understand that the Lunar New Year celebrations were not just about decorations, food, and fireworks. It was also about traditions, family, and the hope for a better future. She had learned so much about her culture and her family's history. "Nai," May asked, "do you remember when you were a little girl? How did you celebrate the Lunar New Year back then?" Nai smiled, her eyes filled with memories. "Oh, child, we had a lot of fun back then. The celebrations were similar, but we didn't have so many things like now. We made our own lanterns by hand, and we played games with our neighbors." She told May stories of her own childhood during the Lunar New Year. She explained about the importance of respect for older people and the importance of family unity, and about being grateful for the things she has in life. As May listened to Nai's stories, she felt more connected to the past and to her ancestors. She knew that she was part of a long line of tradition, and she wanted to do her part to keep the traditions alive. "What are you going to do this year, May?" Nai asked, bringing May back to the present. May thought for a moment. "I am going to try very hard in school," she said, "and be kind to all my friends." "That is a good wish," Nai said. "Try your best this year, and remember to be happy and grateful." May nodded, feeling determined. She knew that the new year was full of possibilities. She knew it was important to try her best all through the year, and not just during the Lunar New Year period. She knew it was all about her effort in the whole new year. The year of the rabbit was a fresh start for May. It was a year full of new beginnings, good luck, and wonderful possibilities. She was thankful for the love and wisdom shared with her family. She was grateful for the traditions passed down from generations. She hugged her Nai, knowing that together they would continue to celebrate the spirit of the Lunar New Year, year after year. The new year stretched ahead like the open road, and May was ready for the journey. She knew that just like the gentle and kind rabbit, she would move forward with grace and kindness in her heart. She was ready for anything. She was ready for the new year.